Hey guys, welcome to this new video where I'm gonna discuss with you a very important matter that I have done a poll on Instagram for it, which is whether you should use Android versus iOS or iOS versus Android. So it's a very important subject I needed to discuss with you since I'm just putting myself on the frame of better because I'm putting myself on the frame of the video. So the subject is whether you should use Android over iOS or iOS versus Android. So the results of the poll were using Android over iOS, okay? So I will discuss why you should use Android versus iOS. Personally, I use an Android smartphone, alright? It's my daily driver. I never purchased an iPhone to be my daily driver like my main phone, okay? I use the Redmi Note 8 Pro from Xiaomi. I've never bought an iPhone. I used to have an old iPhone, which was my second smartphone. In Apple ecosystem, I use an iPad, alright? It's my main little computer that I'm always having on my backpack just to edit some videos and pictures. You don't know, I'm always shooting with my DSLR over here. Even gaming, it's better on iPad. I consider iPad like the best tablet in the world. There is no dust about that. Anyways, why should you use an Android over iOS? Well, it's simple. Android is a better user experience for me. Why? It's where you can find everything you need, alright? It's the freedom of using anything you need. For example, when I first got my first smartphone, it was the Android device, alright? So I got used to it since I was installing any application I needed, any game, any APK game, any prepaid service or paid application I needed to pay for, I got it for free on Android. It's not possible on iOS, and still not possible, but possible on Android, okay? For example, I have Spotify Premium for free. I have KineMaster Pro unlocked without even paying 1 cent for free. I have everything for free, every software, every game, any APK application, I can have it on my Android, which is never possible on an iPhone, okay? That's first, freedom of installing whatever you want. Second point, it's camera, alright? You won't get that, but on Android smartphones, you get that very nice customizable settings on your camera. I shoot video and photos, but I like my manual settings. On Android devices, if you check your Android device, whatever it was, Samsung, Huawei, or these Chinese smartphones like Redmi and OnePlus, you'll find on every application that you have a lot of customizable settings. Within that, there is the Pro mode, is where you can set your shutter speed, your ISO level, focus range, for example. You will not find that on an iPhone, okay? So I need that, like when it gets dark, for example, I have the night mode on my smartphone, but I really want to get to play on that Pro mode, you see, because I'm a DSLR owner and I really need those customizable settings on my smartphone. It lets me really in control of what I shoot. Speaking of which, Android's camera is the worst on social media, alright? I know I'm here speaking for Android versus iOS or over iOS, but I'm not speaking about Android is better than iOS anyway, alright? Because I need to say this, Android are the worst on the social media, like comparing to the iPhone, alright? I use an iPhone, I use Android, okay? And I know people with flagships, like Android flagships, they always describe their bad experience on Android smartphones on the social media. Their camera is mediocre, alright? The bad quality of Snapchat stories and the bad rendering on Instagram, okay? iPhone is still better. I don't know if it's a problem of the optimization, like the main applications like Snapchat and Instagram are well optimized on iOS, and I have an explanation for that because most Android smartphones, they don't really belong to one company. Like you have a Samsung Galaxy, you have a Huawei Nova, and you have a Xiaomi Redmi. They're not the same companies, they're not the same hardware, and they're not the same software. So it will be really hard for Snapchat, for example, to make one application which is optimized to every smartphone. So that's why you could, for example, you could find Snapchat well optimized on Huawei, not optimized on a Redmi device, not optimized on a Galaxy S20, for example. That's just an example, alright? Proceeding to point number 3, which is storage. Storage options on Android are well organized than iOS. There are a lot of settings, like there is the data, there is the cache data, it's just a lot of stuff, a lot of things to delete on your smartphones, just free storage. On Android, you know what you're doing. Every application, you know how much it takes, how much data, how much unused data, on how much every file is listed for you. Either keep it or delete it, alright? But in iPhone, it's not possible. You either need to offload the application or delete the whole thing. So storage options and management on Android are better. Getting to the fourth point here, on Android devices, there is something which is very fantastic, the battery, alright? I know now I'm pulling myself from the softwares and I'm talking hardware, but no, it's here where I'm gonna talk about battery optimization, okay? On iPhone, you have to know something. I know that iPhone has a very slim battery, small battery, and that can be explained because Apple is putting a lot of compartments on its iPhone, and because the design of the iPhone is meant to be very thin, very ergonomic, that's why Apple put a very little battery on their smartphones. Now there are the Max models which have bigger battery, but they are no near bigger than the Android. Now you can find a 5,000 or 6,000 milliamps Android device. Okay, wait, I'm gonna give you an example. iPhone is putting a small battery because, as I said, they're working on the design and the compartments on their iPhone. We have an example on Android which is pretty much the same. iPhone is a flagship, Samsung Galaxy S1 is a flagship, and it still has just 4,000 milliamps. I remember Android devices in 2017, like 2 years older than the Samsung Galaxy S20, they had that capacity of the battery. So you have to know something. A flagship phone does not have to get a bigger battery. Company makers are trying to get you a phone as thin, as well as packy as possible with options and compartments. That's why they have to sacrifice that battery capacity. Okay? In battery optimization, Android are better than iPhone. Why? Because iPhone is meant to give you that very powerful experience. This is the equation, simple as that. You want performance? Give me fuel. It's the same as sporty cars, okay? So iPhone is a BMW car, alright, that has a V8, alright? If you own a BMW with a V8 engine and you just don't want to race with it, you only want to travel, in clothes, going to the bank, going to your house after work, you'll put it on the eco mode. There is no performance, okay? But if you go the performance mode, the sport mode, Sport Plus on BMW, it will consume fuel. It's simple. It's the same as iPhone. Or do not compare a mid-range processor with an Apple processor, okay? That one is a flagship, and that one is not a flagship because it was put on a model less cheap. End of the discussion. Finally, we have to mention the thing that makes iOS and iPhones the best, which is security. Security on iOS, on iPhone, is a little bit higher than Android. You don't have to admit that Android are not secure. Every Android device is secure as long as you do not do bullshit, okay? You go and install applications from unknown resources, you have to know what you're doing, okay? I know what I'm doing, you know what you're doing, you will never get a danger on your Android device as long as you know what you're doing, okay? iPhone can be in danger if you jailbreak it, okay? It's the same as root on Android, okay? But you still can get your phone in danger. Plug in whatever you want to plug on your Android device, install it whatever you want to install, transfer whatever you want to transfer. You have to know what you're doing, okay? As long as you don't break what they say, don't break, you're safe as an iPhone user. That's it. I hope you got something from this video, and that will be the end of it. So I'll put a poll right over here. It will be the next video subject. So if you're a watcher of this video and you're a subscriber on this channel, you can just vote, and I will for sure choose one of these subjects, and I will immediately film a new video. I will upload it soon, inshallah. Alright, that's it. See you in the next video. Ciao.